Hello, beautiful beings of planet Earth and beyond. Welcome to another video on the channel of Ancient Ascension. My name is Paula, and I'm just curious if any of you have fallen for the illusion that you are incomplete. The illusion that you are not whole, the illusion that you are not enough as you are. Have you ever felt like you're always searching for answers? Or maybe you feel that way now. Like you're always consuming information. You're reading books, you're listening to gurus and masters. You're always looking forward to your next plant medicine ceremony, hoping that it will be the one that makes you feel complete, that makes you feel like you're enough. And seeking, constantly reaching into the external world for that validation, for that feeling of being complete or having all the information you need, only to feel lost still, right? Like constantly seeking, constantly grabbing, but still at the end of the day feeling lost, feeling uncertain, feeling incomplete. I have been there. And that's why I'm making this video, because I'm sure that other people are there or have been there too. And it's a really, really interesting energy that humanity holds. This energy of reaching outwards, reaching into the outer world for more, and trying to grasp all the truths, all of the information, all of the knowledge that we can grab, with the hopes that if we hold enough, one day we will feel whole. One day we will feel happy and at peace. You know, when I have this bigger house, that's when I know I've made it. Or when I have this amount of money, then I will feel whole. And it is this unfortunate scheme and energy that has flooded itself through humanity. And it's just interesting. And I'm making this video in the hopes that it can help some of you who maybe are feeling that way. Remember that I am not a master. I am not a guru. I am not an expert. I am a student to life. I bow my head to life every single day. And I have anchored myself into my dream life, my dream reality, and I've done so much work. I'm in the space of helping other people through their healing processes, and that's why I share this information in the hopes that what has helped me can also help you. And that's it. If this stuff really resonates with you, awesome. Like, subscribe, share. If not, totally okay. We're all on our own journeys. We're all in different places. And, you know, I'm not for everybody. I am a cup of medicine in this world. I am not here to be liked. Neither are you. Not liked by everybody. And on that topic, remember, this is from one of my master teachers, a shamana. Other people's opinions of you are none of your business. That's a truth that I live by, and I love that teaching. But anyway, why do we look outside of ourselves when this reality we know is a reflection of the internal world? It's a reflection machine. So why do we constantly reach and grab and seek that validation outside of us? Why do we do that? I think, I was thinking about this and I wrote a couple things down. I think it's cultural, 100%. There's a cultural conditioning within humanity that we're taught to trust authority figures. We're taught to trust experts. We're taught to trust data and science. And we're taught to trust prophets and chosen people. That's such an energy in all the spirituality and all the healing world, is like there's these chosen people and you're not it, but this person is, and we're taught to follow them. Like they hold the key, they hold the answers. And I'm sorry, but it's just not true. Everyone is chosen. Everyone is a master of their own reality. Everyone is a teacher in their own right. And I think that we're taught to trust these figures and these people and this information over our own intuition. I pray that there is a world in the future where we teach children what their intuition is, how to tap into their intuitive qualities, and start that education from a super young age. I think that would be so powerful. But at this moment, most of us were not taught that. So from a young age, we're taught to seek that external validation. Like, hey, I got an A+. Am I good enough? Yeah, you're good enough. Let's go get ice cream. It's like that stuff has been instilled in us from a very long time. So I think it's cultural conditioning. I think we have a fear of making the wrong choice, or a fear of going against the norm. We seek that validation from the masses of humanity. Why? Because a long, long, long time ago, if we were not validated in the community that we were living in when we were in survival mode on planet Earth as humans, if we were not validated and accepted into the community and we were kicked out of the community, we would die. Straight up. You can't survive alone, or you would have an extremely, extremely rough time. So there is this deeply embedded root of validation within all of us from a really long time ago, because we need to feel part of a community. We need to feel accepted, because if we didn't feel that way, we would be kicked out and we'd probably die. But we all need to recognize that that's not the times anymore. Those aren't the times anymore. And, I think we all have quite a bit of fear of failure, fear of living our lives in the wrong way. Why we feel that? I don't know. The pressures of society and what your life is supposed to look like. So we're always trying to live in alignment with this outside pressure, when maybe inside of us we don't agree with that pressure at all, including me. There's also a huge energy that's really easy to fall into, especially when you're healing and you're trying to do this work, is spiritual bypassing or seeking. It's so common. And I've been there. It's so easy to fall into that, chasing the next master class, or chasing the next guru, or chasing the next healing retreat. Like, this one's going to be it, or chasing the next plant medicine ceremony, instead of integrating what we've already learned, integrating what we already know. It's really easy to fall into that. I'm going to take this 3-week course on learning how to tap into my intuition. And then I'm going to take this course on how, I don't know. It's like there's a million courses and there's a million things that we can learn. And when have we learned enough? When can we shift from consuming to creating? When? That spiritual bypassing and seeking is a really big thing that happens. Why? Because it's easy. It's super easy to be in that seeker state instead of that creator state. I've been there for a long time until I really started to take myself seriously. I turned and shifted my focus inside myself. I stopped listening to the outer world. I stopped looking for validation from the outer world, and I learned how to really tap into my intuition, in my own discernment, and the own energies from within that tell me directly, yes, this is good for you. No, this is not good for you. And I'll get to that in a little bit. And so here's your reminder, if you're in that seeker state, I've done 10 ayahuasca ceremonies and I'm still an asshole, and I still don't feel good enough, and I still don't feel like I know enough. That's false. is false. You know enough. You are a master of your own life. You are capable. You are ancient. And you have a lot to offer this world. You have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom. You have a lot of insight that you are bypassing. So be careful not to do that. The biggest reason I think that we are in this state of grabbing in the external world, the biggest thing, in my opinion, is the illusion of incompleteness. Such a good illusion, such a grand illusion in this world that, you know, these belief systems reinforce the idea that we are not enough, that we are not whole, that we are incomplete as we are. And that is complete BS. I'm sorry, but it is. That we need to do more, we need more things, we need to buy this, we need to look better, we need to lose weight, we need to have more money, we need to have more things, we need to have more influence in this world, we need more followers, we need more success, and it's all a scheme. It's all a scheme. It's a consumption machine. That's what the illusion of incompleteness is, in my reality, is a consumption machine. Putting you in this state of being, of feeling like you always need more, that you're not enough as you are, that you were never enough in the way that you came out of the womb, the sacred waters of life. And we've bought it. We've bought that illusion so hardcore. So hardcore, but it is simply an illusion. It's an illusion. We are whole because we are human. And abundance is our true nature. That is a truth. That is a baseline truth, that we are abundant beings. We were born into abundance. This reality is abundance. And for some reason, we've shifted and we have fallen into this illusion that we're not abundant and we're incomplete. Why? I'm not going to go there, but that's how a lot of people feel. And I have felt there myself too. So there's a lot of reasons why we're grasping into the outer world all the time. Why we're seeking, why we're grabbing, and we're always looking outwards. It's like we're looking for the answers in the outer world. But it doesn't make sense because we're looking for the answers in a reality that is a reflection machine. And what this reality reflects is what's inside of each of us. You change your inner world. I say this in almost every video. You change your inner energies, you change your inner world, and your outer world all of a sudden completely changes. And it flows naturally and puts you into a higher vibrational life, a higher vibrational place, and more of a place that is right for you. So why are we leaking our energy into the external, like looking for validation, looking for answers? Like, you're not going to find them. What you're going to find in the outer world is mass confusion, so many lies, so many illusions, and the reality is we all have our own capital T truths. And there is not one guru that holds all of the truths. In reality, there is only one truth, but there are 8 or 9 billion versions of that one truth. And one of those 8 or 9 billion versions of that truth is yours. Is yours. It's your perspective, your way of seeing the world, what rings true to your spirit, to your soul. And you're never going to receive real validation from the outside world until you cultivate it from within. Okay? Until you truly see yourself as whole. until you truly see yourself as wise and as a master of your own reality. Because remember, this reality reflects what's happening inside of you. So that validation, everything that you're seeking in the outer world has to be cultivated from inside of you. Ooh, sounds like a lot of work. That's why a lot of people just seek. They just seek. And they don't cultivate that sense of wholeness. They don't cultivate that sense of knowing that they are complete. So the real work here is the inward focus. The truth is inside of you. The clarity is inside of you. The knowing is inside of you. The direction is inside of you. It is not outside. Because no one knows your life, your perspective, your reality better than you. It's true. And grabbing at the external is a way to lose our power. Constantly telling God or Creator that you don't believe you are enough as you were created. It's not true. And when you turn your focus inwards, and you start to cultivate that validation from within, you start to cultivate that knowing from within, you shift into creation. You shift into creation mode instead of consumption mode. Okay? Stop consuming, start creating. The consumption, honestly, is endless. It's endless. That's why we have so much consumption in this world. It's endless. Consumption on every level. Every level. It's like we live in a world that's exploding with information and products and lifestyles and teachings and classes and courses. And it's like humanity's like, nom, 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 nom. I want to eat it all. I want to know it all. I want to know. We want to know what we're doing here, how we got here, and what this life is all about. But the reality is, no one really has a clue what's going on here. People can pretend like they have all the answers, but they're just ideas. They're just versions of their truth that they're spreading into the world. And I think that's what makes human beings so uncomfortable. Like, we want to know what the hell we're doing here. We want to know, what the hell is this life? What is this consciousness? How are we floating in the middle of space? Like, what is death? Where are we going? What's happening? But that's the nature of this life, is that we don't always know. We don't have the answers. And that is something that we have to make peace with within ourselves. We have to make peace with that unknown, recognize that our home is actually within the space of the unknown. Make peace with that, start the validation from within, start the journeying inside yourself. I mean, there's so many people in this world who don't look inside, who don't look inside of themselves, and they don't even realize that there is an entire conscious world living within. And I pray that everyone can start to experience the profound energies that lie inside of our consciousness, inside of our bodies, inside of our souls in this life. And just don't forget that we are innately abundant and complete. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to change who you are. You don't have to be better. You don't have to climb the corporate ladder. You don't have to change who you are. Who you are is amazing. Who you are is naturally abundant. We live in such an abundant world. We, in our own nature of existence, require pure abundance to even be here. We need an abundance of oxygen all the time. Never a moment without it. We need abundant clean water to keep going in this life. We need abundant fresh food to keep going in this life. Okay, like our nature of our being, the nature of being alive is only possible through abundance. So never let this world make you think that you are not abundant and you are not complete as you are. This is the reminder today. Remember that no one outside of you can heal you. No one outside of you can change your life. No one outside of you can speak your truth for you. The answers, the clarity, the knowing, the direction is living inside of you, waiting for your attention, waiting for your awareness to shed light on it. Remember how this reality works and shift from inside. Okay? What you can work on if you're feeling like you're in this state where you feel lost and you're constantly seeking and you don't know like what's right, what's wrong, what should I do next, and you're feeling like you aren't enough as you are. You're not feeling like the master of your own reality. You're not feeling like the guru or the shaman of your own life, because that is what you are. You are a master of your own reality. It's time to wake up to that realization and take it seriously. What you can do is integration over consumption. Okay, start the practice of integrating everything that you've learned in your life up until this point. Journaling is an amazing practice for this. Looking back on our lives. If you have sat in plant medicine ceremonies or done other healing work like that, or you've done meditation retreats, it's time to integrate those experiences. It's time to sit down and reflect and see what you've pulled from those experiences and embody them. We don't just pass through healing processes. We embody our healing processes. We wear a new vibration, okay? Apply what you already know, Master. Please apply what you know, because you know a lot. Your life has been teaching you lessons and experiences and all of these things since the day you were born, for the evolution of who you are, the evolution of your soul in this life. So it's time to start to hold those experiences and embody them and become the being you want to be. A really good way to start to discern your own truth and your own direction is to use your heart. Sounds, I don't know, but use your heart. Your heart has chemical reactions with it, just like our brain, just like our belly, and our heart sends up more impulses up to the brain than our brain sends down to our heart. So our heart has so much intelligence. And what we can do to start to tap into our heart is, if we're confused about something, or we want to maybe change directions in life, or we're confused, what we can do is close our eyes and start to bring our focus into our heart center. Just bring your awareness and, take a few breaths and calm your mind. Get into the state of your heart. And whatever questions that you have, like maybe should I go in this direction with my work? And whatever the question is, you feel into your heart. Okay, if you ask should I move to, I don't know, Las Vegas, if you've been thinking about it, and your heart starts beating faster, or feels more lively, or gets excited, or there's a subtle shift in energy in it, that's telling you a lot. Or if you ask that question and your heart maybe closes and your chest gets tight, or your heart is there's a block in front of it, it's probably a no. There is so much wisdom that we can gain within the space of our hearts. And start to practice that. Start to practice tuning into how your heart speaks. It speaks in many different ways, what it's saying, and start to use that space of wisdom to navigate your own life. That's a really good practice, is tuning into the energy of the heart and how does it feel when you answer certain questions. Like, what do you feel is right? What do you know is right? Like, we all have that ability of knowing, of direction, of clarity within our own lives. And that feeling is only going to come from inside of us. And of course, the other thing that we can work on or spend time in is our stillness and silence. Two of the best medicines in this life for me. Be still in your body and be in silence. Sit with the questions you have in your life and start to learn how to hear your own voice. Okay, tuning into our inner world, tuning into our inner energies and our intuition and our own navigation system that lives in our heart. That's a practice, and that's something that takes time to develop. So it's, in my opinion, one of the best things that you can possibly work on at this time is your inward focus. Because the more you can turn your attention inside of you and cultivate this sense of home inside, and this sense of spaciousness and infinite energy. And I mean, there's so much we could do inside of ourselves, like astral travel, like healing through many things. That's something for another video. But start that practice of integrating everything you've consumed, of using your heart to discern your own truth, and spending intentional time in silence and stillness. Okay, just to calm your mind. Start to get into that practice of calming your mind in the silence and the stillness, and enter into your inner world beyond your mind. Your inner world in your heart, in your body, in your energy field. It's such an amazing place to explore. And I really wish that more people had that connection and that relationship to it. So all I want to remind you in this video is you don't have to seek that external validation anymore. You don't have to reach into the outer world anymore. Everything that you're seeking, everything that you're desiring, all the confusion, all the clarity that you're wanting because you're feeling lost and confused, is going to come from within. There is not someone that's going to appear in your life that is going to hand you a book of all the answers. Okay, a lot of this life doesn't make any flippin' sense. It's confusing and it's clarifying at the same time. It's an amazing, magical world and a hard systemic world at the same time. And it's time to navigate this life on your own. It's time to become your own master. It's time to be that creator in your life. Be the co-creator of this reality with this reality. Step into creation over consumption. Remember that you are innately abundant because you're here on planet Earth and you're a human being. Remember that you are and you always have been complete. You have never been less than that. You are enough. You are whole. You are here for a very specific purpose, to do very special work in this world just by embodying your own truth, embodying your wholeness, your completeness, your authenticity, who you are and who you've always been. You don't have to change. You don't have to receive that validation from the outside world. My cat just fell from the roof. Honey. I hope that this has helped y'all. I mean, I've been there, you know, and I've spent many years turning my focus inside, becoming that creator of my life, becoming that master of my own reality, taking responsibility for my life and what I'm capable of and what I have learned. Life doesn't just give us experiences for no reason. Life gives us experiences because they're lessons, and there's so much medicine in all of those experiences. So sometimes we need to stop the consumption, and we need to look within. We need to self-reflect. We need to gather all the medicine and the experiences that we've learned in this life and embody them and anchor them into our lives and our bodies and our vibration. So now this video is getting long. I don't know how to make a short video. I'm sorry. I always try. But thank you so much for watching my channel. I love you. Thank you so much for the support. I love making these videos. I'm just going to continue to make what's feeling right for me at the time. I hope you like it. If not, it's more than okay. There's so many YouTube channels out there, but thank you for the support. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. You are a master. You are your own teacher. You are your own guru. That is so, so true. And I just pray that you can turn your attention inwards and get out of that habit of leaking your energy so much into the external world.